I am having flashbacks to those basilisks. Good evening, cupcakes. It is a beautiful afternoon here in Bear, and we are in Bear because I kind of forgot that we were supposed to be starting in Trent. I went back to Kamasylvia to do some training, and actually, I think that was it. Really, I did some of the Black Spirits training. I upgraded. I don't know. I think it's the right mouse button sprint one. Catasetum. I upgraded that to absolute. So this, hold on, this is Catechism, right there. And we upgraded it so that it does more damage. Isn't that nice? We're kind of running out of abilities to upgrade to absolute and prime that, we commonly use. Because we got most of them. And so now we just kind of have to get, some of the ones that we don't necessarily use so often. I'm gonna be very disappointed if the Black Spirit doesn't have something else for us to do here, because this is like you're asking us to kill 10 gargoyles, the hero of Calpheon, and you think 10 gargoyles is gonna be difficult for us. Okay, apparently that was it. That was all we had to do, was kill 10 gargoyles. I could have done that off camera.
You must be Lady Segakaku, the delegate of Calpheon. A royal order was issued to allow a free passage for you. I don't know why you're taking the difficult path of going through the land route, though. Sky Balloon would take you directly to the capital. Anyway, I'll let you through. This is Lemuria Guardpost. We are in charge of guarding the border of Kamasylvia. There are many threats on the way, but if you follow the main path, you'll be able to get to Grana, the capital of Kamasylvia. But before that, you have to meet Captain Narchilin first.
From here, it is Kamasylvia.
Nice to meet you. I see no fear in your eyes. Is it the same in your heart? I heard there's a delegate of Calpheon who looked around the northern forest of Grana, the capital of Kamasylvia, and I believe that confidential letter from Kala's parliament in your hand must hold the future for both countries.
Your eyes show no fear. What about your heart?
You've probably seen many spirits in the northern forest. Originally, there were a lot more spirits in Kamasylvia. The power to sustain Kamasylvia flows from the Kamasylv tree, and the foundation of the power is all the spirit's power. But Kamasylv lost its light when it was burned earlier, and there were so many spirits who were either sacrificed or disappointed and left during the conflict of our sisters. I'm sure you've seen a lot of Ganels communicating with griffins or fairies while you were traveling our land. How do you get along with the ferocious wild animals? It's all thanks to the spirits that have protected this forest since the very beginning. Oh, how do they get along? Oh, fairies must be hungry around this time. Would you like to communicate with them with the meat I gave you?
You will begin to fear the enemy once you start to run away from them.
It seems she likes you like her family now. It would feel good if you could ride on it. He hesitates a bit, but soon eats it gladly. He looks happy. If all the spirits disappear, fairies will leave at the end. Then this land will not be so different from any of the other countries. If we could only restore Kamasylv's light, then the spirits would all return and the forest would be vibrant again. I wonder if there's a particular reason she's out here at Lemuria Guard Post instead of anywhere near the capital where she could talk about the importance of restoring Kamasylv's light. Language of the spirits. If you're going to follow Kamasylvia's forest path to the capital, why not stop by Strawberry Fields for refreshment on the way? There's Viv Foretta Hamlet not so far from there. He told me to come to the hamlet because it's strawberry season now. Oh, you'll see Mr. Norn Federer's, too, in Mr. Foretta's hamlet. He used to be a priest of Grana, but he works in the hamlet nowadays. He once worked with the chosen princesses who could hear the language of the ancient spirits.
recording and interpreting the language of the spirits they hear. But sadly, the priests who studied the language of the spirits were all banished by Queen Amelia. At that time, extermination of the Vidir was the only priority for her, but the spirit's language was, in fact, the very source of our power. With that power, Kamasylv would have been restored already by now. Sorry, I talked too much. Off you go. You'll like it there.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's definitely a reason why she's out here. Oh, I forgot to remind you all to do the whole YouTube algorithm stuff. The whole liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, whatever, right? If you don't know what to comment, just say, hey, this is for the YouTube algorithm, or something like that. I don't know. But it really helps me out when you do all that stuff. Back already? You already heard of my spirit sapling? If you check out the results of my research, you'll be impressed. But the thing is, the theory is sound, but it's hard to successfully come it. I don't know. Oh, it's you! You're the famous delegate of Calphion, right? The trade between Calphion and Kamasylvia will begin soon, I heard. Soon the day will come when all these sweet Foretta strawberries turn into gold. What? Grana priest, what are you taking me for? That Nodchillin is talking about some really old days. She seems to want me to go back to Grana and help the queen. But you see, I'm so happy right now. Honor and power, those are just a bunch of nonsense. There's nothing like sweet strawberries and fresh gold bars. Besides, I was literally sacked without notice back then. I was humiliated. That was a different queen. As soon as Amelia Onette became the queen, she kicked out all of the Kamasylv priests and priestesses. Of course, it's a good thing my head was spared. Well, according to the official announcement, it says, instead of focusing on the uncertain Kamasylv restoration, in order to put top priority on the imminent Vidir extermination campaign, and to concentrate the nation's strength on the military faction, the Kamasylv Priest Council was disbanded. But I think there was more reason for it. Well, I was so happy at the time that I was ending my troubled life in the capital. I came out of there in an instant. I might have gotten the Black Flower if I stayed any longer. Besides, Her Majesty doesn't need my assistance anymore, does she? There's this Luthragan elder right beside her, aiding the throne, and I heard that the elder lost his memory. But he is strangely savvy about the language of the ancient spirits. Doesn't he sound like a man who'd be so much more helpful than a lousy priest like me? So, I think they can revive the songs of the spirits in no time. Then it will restore the light of Kamasylv, and it will solve everything. Oh, by the way, have you been to the Valtara Mountains? Can you go to the guy called Milford at the altar up the mountain and tell him the strawberry flower laden with Valtara's breath has bloomed? Congratulations on your ascent to Valtara. A cloud of energy will be yours to consume. From now on, ignore what is in front of you, and feel that which envelops you. The strawberry flower laden with Valtara's breath has bloomed. Thanks. By the way, I see that it's your first time here at the altar of training.
There are 3 ways to prove one's courage. The enormous energy of Valtara will dwell...
This is the hall of trials protected by the ancient spirits Valtara, where the descendants of Sylvia prove their strength and get recognized as saints. Valtara, who wanted to be stronger and nobler than anyone else, he eventually formed himself as gargantuan mountains and fell into Mother Nature's arms. This altar claims to stand for the Valtara spirit's will. Here, you'll be going through the most severe test. Unfortunately, not everyone can take the test of the altar. Only those blessed by the spirits can prove their courage. Sorry, it must be a long way to go for you. Perhaps I took up too much time. Can you tell Norn Federers thank you for me?
Only the ready...
Haha, how does it feel to witness Valtara Spirit's greatness? Doesn't it make you feel strong? There's another interesting story to tell you. Valtara had a friend whose personality was the exact opposite of his. Okiara, the ancient spirit who always wanted to be gentler and humbler than anyone. She wanted to be lower than anyone else, so she became a flowing river and was held in the arms of Mother Nature. There's a passage in the Tao Te Ching like that. The highest goodness resembles water. Water greatly benefits myriad things without contention. It stays in places that people dislike. Therefore, it is similar to the Tao, dwelling at the right place, heart with great depth, giving with great kindness, words with great integrity, governing with great administration, handling with great capability, moving with great timing. Because it does not contend, it is therefore beyond reproach. There are other translations that talk about it, like filling the lowest places and all that kind of stuff. I love the stories of the ancient spirits. Whenever an outsider comes, I always tell them the stories. When the song of the three oldest spirits dances in the gentle breeze, the light of Kamasylvia may live once more. Blimey, isn't that just so romantic? But now it is all but impossible to hope for. On the day when Kamasylvia was burned and the queen's madness shook the entire forest, the third ancient spirit, Nark, went in league with the Ahib and left the forest. Because of this, the Manshaum, who served him as a god, completely lost reason. The cocky Ganels, who had always thought they'd be with the spirits, only then did they notice that Nark was gone. I think it served them right, to be honest. Soon, Kamasylvia will be a land deprived of all blessings of the goddess. The musical spirits and the tooth fairies will become nothing more than a fairy tale. However, I'm not saying there is no hope at all for reviving Kamasylvia's light. It is known that Atanis, the spirit of abundance, whispered about the secret only to Ganel's youngest princess, Catherine Ornette. But Princess Catherine was killed by the hands of the Ahib because of that. They say the princess's journal with the record is sealed with magic, so no one can read it now. Perhaps I talked too much. It must have been a really long time since I last met an outsider. You said you were going to Grana, right? Then you'll be passing by the Atanis Pond on the way. Why don't you meet Urfianzo there and receive her blessing?
The theory is perfect, though it is difficult to achieve a success.
Into your gentle embrace, into the calming warmth, may we go up the quiet hill every night, where the moons would be ever glowing, and there may we enter the nest of spirits into thy arms. May we walk along the path of the forest, where we would make friends with twigs and branches of the trees. And at the end of our weary journey, may we sleep in the nests of the spirits there, into thy arms. May the warmth of Kamasylvia put her arms around me and thou, and there may we rest in the nest of the spirits. Listen closely. 'Tis the last tune of Atanis, the spirit of abundance, who has now returned to Mother Nature. The Atanis spirit is nowhere to be seen anymore. Atanis willingly sacrificed herself for the sake of Kamasylvia's light, although it didn't go the way she wanted to. We are always praising the will of the Atanis spirit here. Blessed are all who visit here, following her unconditional kindness. I see a lot of people visiting here today. There's someone here who's been following you, right over there. An upbeat humming. What is Orwin doing here? I see you've become a celebrity around Kamasylvia lately. I was surprised to hear that you actually accepted to work as a delegate of Calphion. The other day, people on Calphion streets were buzzing about something, so I took a look, and I noticed at a glance that there were products smuggled in from Kamasylvia. And then I heard about you. Kamasylvia. It's a place where I'm deeply connected to as well.
Gee, I wonder why. It's almost as if you've got those pointed ears or something.
Grandma Diego said this is my father's land. I've never seen my father before, but...
Wait, there are male elves? I haven't seen any so far.
I always had a hard time because of how different I looked compared to others. Yet this was a place where I met people who had ears which looked similar to mine. And it was a vibrant place filled with the chattering of spirits. My first impression of Kamasylvia was that it was a very exciting and cozy place. However, the feeling didn't last long. I did not really feel welcomed by the Gannells. They weren't so obvious about it, but they would gossip about me from time to time. Still, there was one who welcomed me. Princess Catherine welcomed me with all her heart. The adventurous princess always told me stories of the Root Realm. Yet I must add that it was actually Catherine who sent me out of Kamasylvia later on. I still cannot figure out why she had to do that. I pleaded to Princess Heroine when she took me outside, but the border was quickly closed, so I couldn't go back. But recently, I heard there will soon be trading activity between Kamasylvia and Calphion. Well, now I am able to protect myself, and here I meet with you again, back at a place I long to be at. Catherine once told me about the Atana spirit here, too. Before the Atana spirit left, it whispered something to Princess Catherine. Nock has never abandoned us, so don't hate Nock too much. Perhaps it's part of a fairy tale like the story of the Root Realm. Well, I'm going to rest a little more longer, and then leave to Cudwill Forest soon. There's this Jerimo, the boss of the poachers here. I'll go meet him and ask him about the information on the ancient relics hidden in this land. Dear Lady Segikaku, I hope we can meet again.
What? A boss of the Kamasylvia poachers? Why don't we meet this guy first? Poachers often leak interesting information, don't they? I'm sure we will get into a lot of trouble if the Gannells find out, but let's go talk to him first. And if he's not worth our time, we'll take him and hand him over for a bounty.
Well, that actually sounds like a pretty practical solution. Okay. Yeah, no, welcome to Skyrim. No. The Elder Scrolls 6, Kamasylvia. Bet you didn't know that Black Desert Online was actually the 6th game of the Elder Scrolls series. This name seems familiar. Quiet down. See those guys prancing in that force? Soon, they'll make me rich. There's only two outcomes for those who meet me. Either we get along, or you end up with a bullet going through your heart. Okay, can you not?
Money is the best. Something the Gannells never understand.
I don't think you'll end up with a bullet going through your heart. Not just yet, at least. How did you hear about me?
Money can't buy true friendship, but it can buy...
Perfect timing. I just need a hand. I recently obtained some pretty interesting piece of information. For a Calphionian like me, it might be some useless information. But I hear the pointy-eared folks are awfully sensitive to the name Ahib. You're from Calphion too, aren't you? Bring me the Bighorn Salamander alive, and I'll tell you more about it. Make sure you don't kill it, not even a scratch. I'm going to sell it for a very high price. How do you catch it alive, you ask? Well, these salamanders are known for their picky eating habits. Listen, there's a little girl named Freyla down there. Steal the mouse from the girl. It's a pet mouse, so it's well-fed and plump. How do you steal it? Ha! You're going to have to figure that one out yourself. You'll need that mouse as the bait. The salamanders love those things. Okay, that was pretty easy. I don't really think we needed to steal that mouse. Just saying. Don't think we needed to murder that poor girl's pet mouse.
Money, or did you come for blood?
Oh, alright. This is what I'm talking about. I've had a hell of a time because of this bad boy. Now I'll be sitting on a pile of money soon. You're good. A lot better than I expected, actually. Very well. I'll give you the information I heard. Apparently, the Manshaums over there have been hunting countless griffins lately. I don't think Ganells would care much about them, though, since it's known that Manshaums have turned their back on them for a while. However, what really matters is the real purpose for their hunting. Rumor has it, they move the dead bodies of griffins into Nock's cave. Why do you think they're doing such a thing? Heh, it's for the Ahib. They use the bodies as the birth offering for Ahib griffins. Heh, Ahib griffins. They've got to be sold for a fortune, right? I don't think I can catch them just yet. I heard you need to smell like blood. You need to be thoroughly covered with the stench of blood to approach them.
Money is the best. Something else never understood.
They said Manshaums lost their minds, but that's just not true. They just took Ahib's side following their god Nark, right? Anyway, Ahib Griffin, I wonder how strong they're pretending to be. He said we'll need to smell like blood, right? Why don't you use the Manshaum warriors as sacrifice? I'm sure the Ganells, your future friends, will like that idea too.
Boy, when they said recommended AP 240, they weren't joking around, were they? We got some problems, don't we? Alright, let's see if we can pick off some isolated ones. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I am having flashbacks to those basilisks. And, I'm not really sure there's much we can do about it this time, because they aren't just, you know, annoying through knocking us down. They're actually murdering us pretty effectively. These hunters are straight up dangerous. I gotta be more careful about them. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2/3 of the way done. Alright, the last ones. Oh my gosh. Screw you, Black Spirit. We didn't need to cover ourselves in Manshaum warrior blood.
This should be enough, right? You are covered in red now. Alright, now let's look for Nark's cave. I don't think that poacher guy is lying.
It's a body of griffin believed to have been hunted by Manshaums. The cubs, who look a bit different from their mother, are crying over her dead body.
Oh, what? These are all cubs, I think they're born at the sacrifice of their mother. Surely there's something different about these cubs. How much stronger will they get when they grow up? I'm sure the Manshaums are breeding Ahab griffins here. What do you think? Oh, come to think of it, that huge totem. Don't you think there's something powerful hidden there?
The huge totem of Manshaum is inscribed with unknown words everywhere. Is there any way to know what these mean? You see something glistening in the claws of the dead griffin. There is a small marble fragment held in the claw of the dead griffin. As you hold it in your hand, you suddenly feel immense power from it. Head to where the marble fragment leads. It looks like you have to be fully prepared this time. Oh, because I didn't need to be fully prepared for the Manshaums. Okay, that does, okay. Is this, oh yeah, this is the Spirit Dark, right? Oh my goodness! So speaking of being fully prepared, okay. Can you help me out, please? That would be great if you could. No? Okay, I understand. Oh, I thought I was gonna go further than that. Okay. Oh my gosh, and I'm out of potions again. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. Well, okay. Gonna go ahead and I'm gonna come back later, if you don't mind. I think I left the oven on, so you know, don't mind me. I'm just flying around, flying away, fleeing desperately. All right, let's head back to Grana. Let's get our stuff prepared, buy us some potions, and maybe not die. I mean, we didn't die this time, which I think great success. We'll probably want to get some crystals for our main weapon and for our boots, and that's pretty much all we can really do. The reason why I think it would be best to end the episode is so that we can wait until morning to take on the boss, because I'm pretty sure the boss is affected by that 10% attack damage boost from it being night. And, well, frankly, we need all the help we can get. And the boss being at his best, well, that's not great for us. So, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the episode right here. Oh, goodness. So yeah. Thank you for watching. If you are watching this on the main channel within 2 hours of it going live, just a quick reminder, I am going to be streaming the recording of the next episode right now. And so I'd appreciate if you would hop on over and say hello. A link to that will be in the description. But other than that, thank you for for stopping by, and I hope to see you later. Bye.